If you clicked on this video, I'm sure you know by now that Top Thrill Dragster has been closed since an accident at the end of the 2021 season. I'm here to say that I am confident Dragster will be reopening for the 2023 season. Here's 5 reasons why. The first 3 reasons are all things that Tony Clark said during Coaster Mania. If you don't know who Tony Clark is, he is the head of communications at Cedar Point. He runs the Cedar Point Twitter handle as well as his own, and he is kind of like the liaison between Cedar Point and enthusiasts. There was some things that Tony definitely hammered into our heads during the Coaster Mania Q&A this year, in which I believe he was trying to tell us without really telling us that Dragster is going to be staying. So in it, the first thing on this list, Tony said that they were dedicated to maintaining their coaster legacy at Cedar Point. Now what coaster is more iconic than Dragster? I'll give you a minute. That's right, there is none. Dragster is single-handedly the most iconic ride at Cedar Point, and to knock it out would definitely be not maintaining their coaster legacy. The next reason that I think Dragster is going to be absolutely staying is when directly asked about Dragster at that Q&A, Tony Clark specifically said, "We know you like Dragster, be patient, it costs a lot of money." He did not say anything besides be patient and it costs money. Be patient definitely implies to me that it's not going to be happening this season, but down the line, Dragster will definitely be reopening in one way or another. The third thing on this list is how Coaster Mania Q&A ended. Tony went down the list of coasters at Cedar Point, well, the most popular ones anyway, saying, "Do you like Millennium Force?" and the whole crowd cheered. "Do you like Steel Vengeance?" and the whole crowd cheered. "Do you like Magnum?" the whole crowd cheered. "Do you like Dragster?" the whole crowd went crazy. Now, why would he ask if we like Dragster if he didn't intend on keeping Dragster? It just really doesn't make sense. And I feel like a lot of people don't know about this because Coaster Mania was a upcharge event, meaning that obviously not everybody went. So I feel like this has kind of flown under the radar, but it seems to me that Tony was definitely throwing clues our way back at the start of June. Number 2 on this list is a bit more logic-based instead of hard evidence-based. If they rip out Dragster, they have to go bigger, better, faster, stronger. They can't replace Dragster with something under 400 feet. Now, if we're going under 400 feet, it's just going to be disappointing. So they have to go bigger. Are we talking about a 400-foot lift hill, a 500-foot lift hill, maybe an RMC T-Rex? Who knows? Personally, I asked Tony about an RMC T-Rex at Coaster Mania, and he kind of got silent for a second and went, "What's a T-Rex?" So he kind of dodged that question. But either way, if you rip out Dragster and try to fit something else in that plot of land, I don't think you can get a good layout out of anything besides another accelerator, and I highly doubt that they would rip out Dragster to put another accelerator in. It doesn't make monetary sense, and it doesn't make PR sense, so that basically leads me to think that unless they plan on ripping Gemini, Iron Dragon, Rougarou out to build a larger coaster, and by larger I mean in terms of speed and height, because those are the 2 things that Dragster was when it opened. It was the fastest and the tallest in the world. Without ripping out all those coasters, I don't think you can get anything meaningful out of that plot of land, which basically means, financially speaking, they probably have to keep Dragster. And the number 1 reason that I am 100% confident Dragster is going to reopen next season, work has already been started on the plot. If you saw my short yesterday or my TikTok yesterday, somebody posted on Twitter, I forget who it was, but it's on screen now, that work is happening on the Dragster plot. Now what does that mean? There is red electrical spray paint markings on the ground near the brake tracks, as well as shrubs being pulled out all around the area. My logic as to why there would be electrical work on this is that potentially Dragster could be being switched from a hydraulic to an LSM launch, which would obviously require a lot more electricity, as a hydraulic launch relies on hydraulic fluid, whereas an LSM is an electromagnetic launch. So they may have to be redoing the electrical system in the off-season for Dragster. As for the bushes, I think the only logical reason for this would be if they are going to cover as much of Dragster's queue and surrounding area as possible. This would be for safety and liability reasons. Obviously, after the 2021 accident sent a woman to the hospital, and she has unfortunately not been able to return to work as far as I know. So I would assume both for the safety of riders and for the safety of their own pockets and PR, they would be covering the queue and surrounding areas just in case anything were to happen, as well as to patch up relations with the general public about this ride. Obviously, if the general public hears that there was an accident, regarding a piece of the train flying off and hitting somebody, they would be kind of apprehensive to get in line. But if Cedar Point can point at the queue and say, hey, look, we put a whole new roof over this, it's totally safe, I think that would really get the general public back on board for Dragster. Now, those are just 5 reasons why I think Dragster is going to reopen. If you have any other reasons, or if you think it's not going to reopen, I need you to let me know in the comments section. I'm really passionate about this subject, and I love having this conversation with people, but it seems to me that the whole coaster community is dead set on Dragster being closed for some reason, and I've been saying this since June 3rd when Coaster Mania happened, that Dragster will not be closing, especially with the work that is going to be done on it soon and has already started. I'm super fired up about this. Let me know what you think. I'm Josh from Station Wait. Have a great day.